March 15th, 2015, Caleb Diehl's family gathered for his 18th birthday. No one knew he would soon be gone.
It was 2 weeks before Caleb disappeared.
Now, all his mother has left are memories.
Caleb was an adventurer. He had no fear. If one of the big kids was doing it, he was going to do it too, even when he was little bitty.
Caleb, the youngest of 5 siblings, grew up in Nocona, a small town about an hour north of Denton. Tammy Diehl says most days he could be found with his best friends, the Howard brothers.
Our 2 boys were the same age as their 2 boys, and so it just seemed to work that we would do stuff together.
The Diehls and the Howards spent lots of time together, even vacationing. Ricky Howard, a well-known businessman and former bank president, paid the boys to do chores at his ranch.
He was just somebody that you felt like would do anything for you if you asked.
Caleb was still working for Howard when he disappeared. Monday, March 30th, Caleb left his mom's house around 5 p.m. in a pickup he'd borrowed from Howard. He didn't come home that night, and he didn't go to school on Tuesday.
His phone by that time was just going straight to voicemail.
On Wednesday, she went to the police. Howard called her that day and said he'd found the truck inside his shop.
There were several things that obviously raised red flags.
Investigators Kevin Benton and Chris Hamilton say police tracked Howard's and Caleb's phones to the property. Howard told them he had found a broken phone, but he'd thrown it away.
After law enforcement gets involved, Howard gets rid of his own telephone. He takes the SIM card out of it and takes a pair of scissors and cuts the SIM card up in little pieces.
And at that point, I really felt like Ricky was involved.
The Diehls say Howard told them he did not know what happened to Caleb. Police ran out of leads. The case grew cold. Until 2017, when Diehl was cleaning her house.
He's been missing for 2 years, and then you make this bizarre discovery.
It was very bizarre. You know, we were excited.
Tucked away in a small, hard-to-reach cabinet, Diehl says she found a plastic bag that contained notes about polygraph questions police say in Howard's writing, a tape recorder with audio of Howard asking polygraph questions, and this, a clock radio with a hidden camera.
What did it say to you?
It said that Caleb was collecting stuff. It said he was collecting evidence.
But evidence of what? Diehl knew Howard had a criminal history. The longtime banker had pleaded guilty to bank fraud in 2007 and spent 2 years in prison. But what Diehl and investigators did not know was that white-collar crime would turn up some very dark accusations.
Young boys that had made the allegation that Ricky Howard had molested them.
Court records show that in 2001, 20 years ago, an FBI agent investigating the bank fraud spoke with 5 young men who alleged Howard had sexually assaulted them while they were working at his ranch. While prosecutors only charged Howard with the financial crimes, the judge ordered him into sex offender treatment with regular polygraph testing as part of his parole.
So now we know why he's practicing polygraph exams.
Sex offender treatment records made it clear that there was the possibility that there was child pornography.
That's when investigators searched Howard's computers and say they found hundreds of child porn images, including photos of Caleb being sexually abused.
I was pretty much in denial until I saw the actual pictures. It was like all of a sudden it all just became very, very real.
This year, Howard pleaded guilty to sexual exploitation of a minor for the photos of Caleb. Last month, the Diehl family attended his sentencing in Fort Worth. So did relatives of the men who accused Howard 2 decades ago. The 30-year sentence brought some closure, but for Diehl, the case will never be closed. Not until Caleb is found.
I hope for that phone call every day that says, you know, we found this. We found something, you know, that will tell us. I definitely hope, there's a day that we can have that kind of closure, because it'll be hard living with never knowing if that's what we have to do. This might be all we have, and we might have to make that be enough.
We reached out to Howard's attorneys. They would not comment on Caleb's disappearance. In a statement, they told the I-Team he pleaded guilty to the sexual exploitation charge to prevent his family from enduring another trial, and he hopes to be released in the future. Investigators tell us they continue to search for Caleb. We have put more information and a timeline about this case online. We've also put a phone number for authorities if you have any information. I'm Ginger Allen, CBS 11 News.